As promised, let me introduce you to the force kit for the Brood Pro. This is my latest design for this little blaster. So we're gonna get on the table. I'm gonna explain to you what I did to this blaster and why I did it on this blaster. Plus gonna go on the list of modification for this one and my new magazine, because now I got a slide lock on it when it's empty. With that slide lock, meaning no more dry fire. I'm your host Dave, welcome to TAG. Let me present it to you. Well, so this is my force kit that I put onto the Brood Pro from Adventure Force. There's a few things there. What is visible? I made it pretty simple. First, I made it simple to print, because yeah, I heard some comment of my other kit, some part were not very clear in the orientation. For those, I try to make them as simple as possible, and for the one that will have weird angle, I am gonna pre-orient my parts so it's gonna be easy to print. For the assembly, basically the only hardware needed on this kit is the two screws that are already on the slide when you have the blaster, and a spring for the magazine. Depending on your spring, you're going to be able to put between 11 and 12 rounds in this magazine. Plus I got two different geometry for the follower on this magazine, because this magazine had a feature to this pump kit. It is a slide lock that stops on empty, so you don't dry fire your blaster. Pretty much as simple as it gets. During my tuning video I showed you my little friction fit collet that I had to put on it. Then I built the kit so you can just slap it on the blaster and easily screw it on. I mean, when you slide the prime over it, you just install both little square on each side. You just insert the pins, printable pins everywhere. You can also use a standard 3mm pin, metal pins. They will fit in the hole. I made them 3mm. Locking pin for the little palm grip. The little palm grip is printed in one piece, plus the two little insert on each side just for look, and I fancied myself with some carbon fiber texture here and here just for look. What you don't see in my setup, like I told you in my tuning video, I put a Swin 18cm barrel on it. I made the kit for like 16cm barrel and up. Under 16, 15.5, you won't have enough space for a B-car or a SCAR. That's why I put a little longer on it. But still, for what you don't see, I kept the FPS around 130, 140 FPS with an M95 spring. This was the box. It's the same type of spring I showed you with the M90 during my tuning video, which is an irregular pitch spring. Those are just a breeze for this blaster. They are way easier than the stock spring to compress, because this thing is very stiff for the, I would dare say, the low amount of FPS this thing gives. But at the same time, the prime is very harsh on it, which was not very fun to prime even with pump action. So doing the swap for an M90 originally removed any weight whatsoever on that prime, but the FPS was going down to around 120 to 130. I wanted just a bit more. That's why I opted for, did I screw the back? No, I didn't screw the back. So I opted for an M95 spring, which is a little thicker wire and a little bit more coil on it. But generally it's the same size, it's the exact same length as this one. You can see the difference, there is more coil. But this thing delivers, and it's quite easy to just put in, and you have a slight bit of pre-compression on it, but it's very easy to put in, and the prime is super smooth. And now I can bring it back because of my magazine. Seal is still good. And yes, this magazine I mean, with that FPS, I put a little lube on the barrel because I put it at 16.5 millimeter for the surrounding on the barrel, and sometimes it can rub a tiny bit on priming. For the slide lock, well, it's easy. It's basically a follower geometry. So when it's out of dart, there is a little flap that stuck here and that retain your bolt / pusher from closing. If I just take it, easy prime, and now it's locked. So there is no danger of dry firing it, and I love it. I don't know what else I can say. I made it as simple as possible to be as easy to print as possible without any hardware, and I think this overall thing look really cool with its own magazine, plus the fact that my kit will come with the magazine. You're gonna be able to just print your own magazine on it, and that's pretty much it. I mean, FPS spring is gonna depend on you. For the rest, you're gonna choose your color. Will I put a stock on it? Probably not on this one, but I got like a bolt action prime version of this thing that I'm gonna make more like a carabine, and yes, there's gonna be a stock on it, but not for this one exactly. I feel like this one is complete. I might give it something like to cover the side to have a top rail, but that's if I add it, because for now it is perfect. Oh, little thing I forgot to mention, inside my prime there is 2 pins here. First pin hold this member. The second pin, it's a little roller that I put inside of the prime to remove some of the contact on the surrounding and to keep everything gliding on it. At the rear of it, there is a little wheel in the middle here, and that's the roller I'm using to smoothen my prime. Nope, very happy with it. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy it as much as mine. I went through about a week of debugging on this thing to fix everything, so it was not flexy, so it was not stucking anywhere, so it was easy to assemble. I changed the design of some parts so everything holds firmly together with a minimum of hardware, which is basically just the mag spring. This thing is made to be short, compact, mostly for indoor play. The FPS has been down to 130, 140 like I showed you, but the prime is super smooth, and the Slamfire is super pleasant to use now with this blaster, because the M95 spring is quite easy to prime and still deliver FPS even with that 18cm barrel. Well, the kit is going to be available soon on my blaster download, including the new magazine and the 2 follower if you require a regular magazine or a slide lock one. Well, that's it for this video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at TheOldNerdGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave for Tag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.